Welcome into this week's edition of Rolling with Stone. Courtney Davis alongside Tom Stone. Texas Tech coming off a huge weekend up in Notre Dame. Big upset of the 11th ranked Irish. And then you go ahead and you get a gutty win over Eastern Michigan. Overall, how would you assess the weekend and how big was it for you and your team?
Well, I think the key to Friday was just we were ready to play.
Yeah.
We obviously have tremendous respect for the Irish. We knew that athlete for athlete, they were an elite team, and that they would be prepared and playing at home. You know, they don't lose a lot of games at home, obviously. So the great thing about watching our girls play that night is they were into it. They were into it from minute one. We kept possession. We played extremely well. It wasn't a thievery or a game where we were kind of lucky to get out of there with the win. It was a game that we feel like we earned, and certainly Notre Dame had their chances to win too, but in the end we came up with the one that mattered and held on at the end to get it. And on Sunday, Eastern Michigan was super prepared, had a jump in their step, beat us up for the first 45 minutes, completely outplayed us, and we had to regroup. And we did at halftime. We dug deep. We put some starters back on that we were hoping to actually give some minutes to some other kids, and those kids really grinded it out. Paige Strahan scoring the winning goal in overtime was huge for us because you'd hate to have that big win on Friday and not close the door on Sunday. That would have been hurt for our team. So good result.
How big? This is one of those, especially the Notre Dame win. That's a win that's going to pay huge dividends, you would hope, later into the season. But how big confidence-wise was it for you guys this early in the season before you get to the Big 12 conference, which is so tough, top to bottom?
Just kind of lets you know that there's a level out there that you can get to, and reinforces that. And I think the whole weekend presented different challenges throughout, but particularly on Friday night, you know, dealing with a team that was that athletic and that physically strong and that confident, just lets you know that you can play with probably most anyone. But every week it's going to be a different challenge. One week it's that type of team, you know, this weekend is different types of teams. So, you know, you got to move on, and you may look back at the end of the year and enjoy that, but for now, you know, that weekend's behind us. We got to keep rolling.
So you've moved on. It's only Tuesday, but we're looking ahead to Sam Houston State and Portland State this weekend. What challenges do both of those teams present for you guys?
Well, Sam Houston is unknown as far as the squad goes. We've seen a little bit of them. We've heard some things about them, but the one thing we know is they're super organized. Their coach is one of the best in college, and his team will be ready for us. So we're not going to sneak up on this team. They're going to know us well. They're going to be well prepared. And then kind of for both teams, for Portland State and for Texas Tech, this is a new frontier for both of us. We don't get into recruiting battles with those guys. They don't come to Texas very often to get players, and they had a great season last year. Their coach was a phenomenal former player and now doing a great job in the coaching ranks. So we've definitely got our work cut out for us, and it's another double with a midday Sunday afternoon game. So you got a tough one on Friday and then a grind on Sunday, and we'll be challenged once again. There's just no easy games on the schedule.
No, and you don't want it that way either, especially working towards the postseason yet again. But how nice will it be to be home in front of what has continued to be one of the toughest atmospheres in the country?
Well, and what's great, and we didn't plan it this way, is, you know, football and volleyball are out of town, so Red Raider fans have one outlet this weekend, and it's Texas Tech soccer. So it should be a beautiful night, as it always is out here in West Texas on Fridays, and we expect a big rowdy crowd, and, you know, certainly our girls love playing in front of those guys.
No question. Come on out to the John Walker Soccer Complex. Kick is set for 7 p.m. on Friday night against Sam Houston. Then come on out after church on Sunday, a 1 p.m. first kick here as Texas Tech hosts Portland State. As always, keep up with head coach Tom Stone and the Red Raiders at texastech.com or here on texastech.tv, and we'll see you next week.